There it is. Lapu Lapu. So,
Yep.
this lineup from AP Bren. You guys were for AP Bren. Facing off against Onic Philippines, they might have a taste of their first loss of the season here, both on their own different streaks, 6 and 5. Can they round it out here once again in a sweep? Lineup-wise, though, even in this early rotation, anything sticking out? We'll take a look at the emblems in just a second. There they are. Anything here, Wolf?
Ooh. I guess there's really nothing that's really, different from what you typically see. Maybe the concussive blast on King Kong, but that's actually pretty normal. So I think it's pretty standard for all the teams or the players that we're seeing right now.
I think the hardest thing about a lot of this, facing against the Louis Yi specifically, is like your head. Well, there's a term, head on a swivel, right? You have to constantly. Oh, Ogren already gonna flicker out here, so he gets poked down. But you kind of have to constantly be on the lookout for where's that diversion possibly coming from. Also, where's our placement? Because think about it. You have a penalty zone in the hands of Gem. If he lands a penalty zone, you're going to want to fight in that zone, most likely. But boom, here comes the kit from the Louis Yi. It's not going to be in your favor, especially with this early kind of damage that she is able to provide here for some of those fights. And it's great you have a Vexana as well to kind of alleviate that. But already, once again, King Kong going for it.
Heavy spin, connecting to King Kong. Will he be pushed away? He rolls away.
Okay.
But that's heavy spin committed. King Kong also committed his ultimate, so there's a big chance that both teams will just try to farm it all out. Especially because they want to secure this turtle. But Gem is level 3. And there's no way that they can take out this Therizla though.
Yeah, they won't be able to take him out. They want to get those level 4s. Turtle Guard going to be used. They know Kyle TZ does not have the heavy spin just yet. That's a turtle. Take him.
Onic Philippines getting the first objective for this penalty zone connected to Flap TZ.
Wow.
Now he uses the Bravest Fire to escape. But wow, Onic Philippines, maybe that makes sense how he just left out the Eternal Guard right away and peeled off Kyle TZ few seconds before that turtle is going to be taken by Onic.
Wonderful play coming out from Onic for sure. We're going to have to give it to Flap TZ though. Utilizing the immunity, the CC immunity that you get from the Bravest Fighter. Yep. At this point, Onic, because of how standard their lineup is, it looks very easy for them to set up their box. Like I said, this is a box strategy that they're very comfortable with. And all they need to do now is to increase the level gap between King Kong as well as Kyle TZ. And they're going to be set for the second turtle.
Okay, Escalar says be good, using that weight to hold him off. Ogwin has 1 HP bar. That's the retribution. King Kong looking for a way to slow them down. Kyle TZ looking for a way to escape. He's trying to run. Ogwin has the second bar again. That's the recovery. But Theo on the other side, though. That's the Eternal Guard being dropped out, zoning 2 members out of AP Bren. Look at the pressure coming from the bottom side, even in the gold lane. King Kong, I was so looking for a way that he would actually hold that escape or recall back to base.
Yeah.
Man, that burst. And every time you see it with a Vexana, this early on in the game, you really have to respect it. And that single-handed choice cut them off from really getting in that fight. Few was not able to get the positioning he was looking for. So they find themselves once again still AP Brent looking for something. Oh,
wow. Okay.
They get the flicker out from Super Friends.
Preemptive.
Yeah,
much needed.
Yeah, much needed. Very careful, and that's kind of what you need here. But now, 10 seconds away from this turtle, he's going to be a little vulnerable from AP Bren possibly setting up. But really, do they want to actually fight that out, contest it out? Can they win that 4v4 with both gold laners staying in their lane?
That'd be difficult. Unless Few is going to hit all of his skill 1, skill 2 combos.
Here they come.
Flap TZ, Terrify connecting. That's the blast from the Eternal Guard. He falls down. That's the first one onto Gem. Now Turtle, who's going to get this? Now Kyle TZ with a trade and objective. And now he flickers down Ogwen, looking for him to have a safe passage back to his own turret. Escalera, that's a flicker going in from Gem. He's not going to let him go home. But down bottom, Super Marco and Kelra 1v1. Now he's synchro dashing in right away. Super Marco freely escapes out of Kelra's hands. And Kyle TZ is here. Saving and holding off, and Kelra falls. Kyle TZ to the rescue.
Wow. I love to see it, man. There's a
Man.
4-on-4 for the Turtle. Great use of the heavy spin to be able to get that space and then get the retry off. And then meanwhile in the gold lane, the gold laners battling it out for their own standard tile. But here comes Kyle Teasy, right? It was not able, Kelra was not able to capitalize that kill. Maybe one more hit, but that's the downside of carry, right? Your attack range as well, a little limited. But man, a lot of back and forth here. But even so, hold on, Escalera.
Heavy spin, Escalera won't be able to escape this one. Heavy spin still going. We got one from Onic Philippines and AP Bren looking for a way to open the map open on the last HP bar. Eternal Guard connecting on to him. King Kong secures the kill. Salmon Force being laid down. Super Marco looking for a way to Chrono Dash his way out. Damage to King Kong. Now looking for a way to peel them off. Onic Philippines still being careful of the next steps against AP Bren.
It's Glass Cannon, Wolf.
Yep, glass cannon build. We're talking about for Ogwin. At this point, he's not that strong yet. And this, okay, there's a recall. Or the diversion, I mean. It's called the diversion.
Diversion.
But then again, for AP Bren, despite them really trailing behind after the first roll, they have equalized. And I think at this point, it's an even game for AP Bren as well as Onic. And it's also good that Super Marco is having a little bit more farm compared to Kelra.
It's good that they, like, in this match at least, AP Bren able to find some wins where they can, so keeping things getting out of hand. Remember the previous game, Onic Philippines, they had quite a big lead at this point. Ogwin going to get picked off once again here, but he has plenty of health bars. Eternal Guard going to come down, but the battle for this Turtle looks like it could possibly be a full-on team fight here as it breaks out. Half health for the Turtle.
And Super Marco in the process.
Diversion.
Super Marco. What a great position by AP Bren. Kelty secures the Turtle. Now they don't know where Super Marco is. Baptiste Few looking for a way to hold it down. Super Marco! 7 force on to 3. Damage connecting. Escalera is low. Gem looking for a way to escape. Looking his hammer. Looking for a way for a safe passage back. Connecting. That synchro fission right onto him. He falls. AP Bren maximizing space, land, and that's how they rotate around Onic Philippines.
Battle for the resources
King
here.
Kong. He's just low, but he's a boxer. Battle the two beefy boys. Whew. Kyle TZ steals it right in front of his face.
Yep. And AP Bren and Super Marco says you can't flank the flanker. At this point, a very nifty play there coming out from Mr. Few, sending his gold laner to the bush.
What a diversion.
So what do we call that bush?
Yeah, what is that bush, Wolf?
Okay. Yeah, so wherever the Ruby is picking is positioned at. What do we call that? Rock Ursa bush? Or golem? Usually teams call it the golem bush.
Golem bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you that might be scratching your heads,
Yeah.
high IQ level here. Every bush in the game
Yes.
has a name.
Exactly. This is typically the long bush. Wherever Ogwin, this is the Kramer's bush. Are you looking at
That
You know, if you guys are fans of the MPL and next thing you know in your RGs, you have open mic and someone saying, Cramp.
Oh,
okay.
Surprise! Surprise!
Okay.
Diversion play from AP Bren. Now Escalar senses. Oh, that's a good pull from the Eye Offended. Now Kelty's using for a way to escape with a heavy spin. Kelty's on to Few. Three-man looking for a way to catch down Few. He's stunned. He goes down. Super Prince.
Ogwin
With a Curse Blast. Ogwin, though, looking for a way to slice Onic Philippines in half. Diverting everybody to not go to Flabber. Even Super Marco. Successful way of diverting attention. Ogwen of AP Bren with a response and save.
Wow. A disaster turned into a hashtag worth play for AP Bren. They have lost Few, have lost their heavy spin, but in exchange for Kelra, they're going to take that trade any time of the day.
And not to mention, again, with this Super Marco having the 2 kills on this Harith, we know that the scale, the spike, especially for Harith around this part of the game, is there. So the fact that they have this right now for AP Bren, that is an advantage as they approach this Lord fight. But the conceal comes through. Super Marco.
Super Marco's going to be in trouble here. That's a land shaker connecting onto Escalera. Synchro Fission connecting damage. Secures kill for Flap Teasy. That's a good response. Escalera is down. There's no I'm offended play for Onic Philippines.
I think they might have to give this up, but they're staying around the area.
Oh, look at the Terrify. Eternal Guard used onto Few, and it burns the knockup. Still guarding the front line of this Lord. They're trying to go around. Oh, that's the Terrify connect onto Flap. He goes back. Now Ogun looking for a way to open up the weak points of Onic Philippines' team fighting capability. Now he's still looking for a way. Oh, penalties on to Flap. He's in field now being in trouble. King Kong looking for a way to take down Field, and he successfully takes him down. Ogun would exchange Super Fins for the trade, and Kelra takes down Ogun as well. That's a 2-1. A 2-1 for Onic Philippines, maximizing space. Gem with a play, penalty zone, and that scattered AP Bren back to base.
Absolutely.
Hidden gem.
Good for Gem with that play, punishing AP Bren. But I have to hand it to Onic. The way that they set up their box going up against AP Bren, they have protected Kelra so much in that game. Have to take note, this is Flap TZ, Lapu Lapu, and Masha by Ogwe. That has to be guarded against this carry. My oh my. The way that Onic defended their gold laner and the way that they set up their box is so good to watch.
Oh no. Apbr is going to be to defend this moments of the game. Will Onic be the one to stop their winning streak? Apbr will be melting this objective out of their hands. But this is a very close game. The lead is just bouncing from 300 to 500. Back to Onic, back to AP Bren. But so far, the waves that Onic is being made. But there was, okay. There's a diversion play at hand. Will this be a successful play? Escalera, will he sense blood? He does! I'm offended play. He spots two, Kyle TZ and Ogwin. Oh wow, Escalera with a game sense. He knows that something might happen just like that, and they don't want to happen at this point in time of the game. AP Bren looking for an avenue to break Onic Philippines' waves.
They gotta respect the fact that even with this still relatively being a close game, it's still tough for AP Bren to break through that box that Wolf's been talking about. If you just watch the positioning of Onic Philippines and a lot of these skirmishes leading into a possible team fight, the positioning is on point, not to mention the peel potential to be able to peel for Kelra. He struggled a little bit, but now he's finding his footing. And item-wise, how's it looking here, Wolf?
Pretty standard. I think the fact that you have the Guardian helmets now for both the junglers, it means that this is their preparation for the next Lord, the Luminous Lord. That it's very important for them. And then obviously you have to look at Ogwin, now with the Blade of Despair. He is going to be the game changer in the latter portions of the match. And one thing that you also have to take note is that Kelra is still yet to get his Wind of Nature, but I think it is going to be his 4th item.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks because you don't want to pick up the Wind of Nature when you're playing up against a Harith. Because in a 1v1 scenario, you still will be taken out because of the magic damage output of Harith. But then you still need it because you're facing a Masha. So, a very weird spot to be in if you're a Kelra.
It's tough for AP Bren because in a way it's like, all right, Ogwin, he has, I mean, the fact that he is a glass cannon, that's what this Masha is. The hard part for him is to be able to find his own angle, the entry point that he's looking for when some of this fight breaks through. And meanwhile, for AP Bren, you have to be able to play with that front. The fact that Ogwin's going to be usually somewhere else, not around this fight, and then Few himself, like Few, you only have a Purify. You don't have much escape on this Louis Yi. So you kind of have to rely on your positioning as well, and there's so much pressure from Onic's lineup. Here's the Conceal. This is what we're talking about. Gem in the front side as well, holding on to that Flicker penalty zone combination. Lord of 4th of the health.
Falling down on low HP. The Lord is falling down low. Who's going to get this major objective? Few. Another one, another play. Will the captain make it this time? Another one starts the dust. Super Prince secures the Lord. Kelra takes down Ogun. Now it's a setup for AP Bren. Will they be able to take down another one from Onic Philippines? They're backing away. They're backing away. King Kong on low health trying to target down Super Marco. Looks like he won't be able to escape Kelra's killing spree. And now Super Prince eyeing on Few. Will he be able to take him down? That's the Curse Blast connecting. He flickers through. Few is burned. He's burned. He's still escaping. Gem. Will Gem secure the kill? Oh! Gem secures 1. Onic Philippines taking down 3.
Oh no, this is troublesome for AP Bren. They may not be able to defend, especially because Few died
Oh, they might
Very
run out
late.
of time.
Can they defend? Can they defend Lord? Just sieging through Flapteezy.
Flap.
Oh no, Kalteezy falls. Flapteezy and Ogwen is Onic Philippines, the team. Super Marco is now back in the game. Will they be able to hold this through? There's a Lord. Eyes on the crystal. That's their Turtle Guard connecting to Super Marco. And that's the last bit. Oh! Onic Philippines, the only team to stop the streak of Bren.
Gods do bleed as Onic Philippines